This is TechCrunch. Meta's reigniting plans to train AI using public Facebook and Instagram posts in the UK. I'm Imran Sheikh, and get ready because it's time for your Daily Crunch for Saturday, starting with 3 big headlines. It was only a matter of time, but Apple is going to allow third-party app stores on the iPad starting next week on September 16th. This change will occur with the next major release of iPadOS, the operating system specifically designed for the iPad. The move's related to the European Union's Digital Markets Act, a set of market fairness and pro-competition rules. Last fall, the Commission shared a list of 6 tech companies that have been designated gatekeepers as they operate so-called core platform services, CPS. It's since added a 7th. For Apple, the Commission initially designated 3 products and services as CPS: its mobile operating system, iOS, its app distribution marketplace, the App Store, and its web browser, Safari. Then in April, it announced that it was adding Apple's iPadOS to the list. There are 5 third-party app stores that are now available for iOS in the EU. One example, the All-Store PAL, was the first alternative app marketplace made available on iOS in the EU. You can use it to download the video game emulator app Delta, virtual machine app UTM, torrenting app iTorrent, and more. Uber users in Austin and Atlanta will be able to hail Waymo robotaxis through the app in early 2025 as part of an expanded partnership between the two companies. Now, Waymo's autonomous vehicles have been available on the Uber app in Phoenix since October 2023. Uber's been snatching up self-driving partnerships across its ride-hail and delivery verticals, and it last month said it was partnering with GM's Cruise and the UK's Wave as well. You see, Waymo runs its own autonomous ride-hailing service, Waymo One, in San Francisco, Phoenix, and Los Angeles, and provides around 100,000 trips per week, according to the company. The Alphabet-owned AV company began testing robotaxis in Atlanta and shuttling its own employees around Austin earlier this year, usually the first steps Waymo takes before it begins offering its ride-hailing service in new markets. Well, looks like Meta's confirmed that it's restarting efforts to train its AI systems using public Facebook and Instagram posts from its UK user base. The company claims it's incorporated regulatory feedback into a revised opt-out approach to ensure that it's even more transparent, as its blog post spins it. It's also seeking to paint the move as enabling its generative AI models to reflect British culture, history, and idiom. But it's less clear what exactly is different about its latest data grab. From next week, Meta said UK users will start to see in-app notifications explaining what it's doing. The company then plans to start using public content to train its AI in the coming months, or at least do training on data where a user has not actively objected via the process Meta provides. The announcement comes 3 months after Facebook's parent company paused its plans due to regulatory pressure in the UK, with the Information Commissioner's Office, ICO, raising concerns over how Meta might use UK user data to train its generative AI algorithms, and how it was going about gaining people's consent. The Irish Data Protection Commission, Meta's lead privacy regulator in the European Union, EU, also objected to Meta's plans after receiving feedback from several data protection authorities across the bloc. There's no word yet on when or if Meta will restart its AI training efforts in the EU. And here's your startup news on this lovely Saturday morning. Silicon Valley startup accelerator Y Combinator will expand the number of cohorts it runs each year from 2 to 4 starting in 2025, Bloomberg reported Thursday. Y Combinator president Gary Tan told the site that approximately the same number of companies will go through YC each year, despite the change. This means each cohort will be about half the size of recent years. Tan added that having twice the cohorts means twice the demo days, giving investors more time to meet with startups. The next fall program kicks off September 29th, a few days after the summer cohorts demo day on September 25th and 26th. And XP Health announced a $33.2 million Series B led by QED investors with participation from Canvas Ventures, American Family Ventures, HC9 Ventures, Valor Capital Group, and Manchester Story. The round comes less than 2 years after XP Health's $17.1 million Series A, and Antonio Moraes and James Wong started XP Health in late 2018, but during the pandemic, they shifted the startup's focus to a digital-first, AI-driven platform that offers employees eye exams and eyewear benefits at significantly lower costs than existing vision insurance plans. And that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Paul Sowers, Rebecca Billan, and more beautiful, lovely TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here next week, and until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.